I'm going to address a baseball thing to start with. I may address this other issue here in a minute. But, I noticed something I don't like, and it turns me off on baseball. Takes away from the game. Uh, you know, I don't mind a few rule changes, but I don't like this, and I found out what they call it now. This is how I may try to put it down here. They call it a ghost runner at second. Okay? And it's a rule change that when they go 9 innings and they head for the 10th, the guy that gets the last out is placed at second automatically. And I saw a game today. It wasn't the Braves, thank God. But I saw a game again with this silly rule in it, and they've done it when the whole virus thing started, and they were trying to do that because they were trying to shorten the game a little bit. And plus, they had shortened the innings down from 9 to 7 that year. And, that's sort of understandable, because of what was going on. But we are removed from that. We don't need to take away from the game as it is. It's fine the way it was. I told my wife if the game was good enough, anybody would sit there and watch it. If it went 20 hours, they would sit there and watch it. I mean, it ain't no different from, baseball has been around for almost 200 years or whatever it was, somewhere thereabouts. So, it ain't going to hurt nothing. You'll sell more items if you leave it alone. Sell more food, and that's why they're taking away from their pockets. And it's not like, oh, what cup? I put in the sink on my back. No, that was me. That was my teacup. But anyway, yeah, it takes away from the game, and I don't especially like it. My video might do some good, it might not. But I know that some people they need to really think about this, because I couldn't see giving credit for a guy that didn't earn a double, standing there on second, and then going and running in and giving the batter that got the hit, give him the RBI because he didn't earn it. It don't make sense. And Derek, it'll help fasten the game up, or it'll help them from getting injured or whatever. Well, that's part of the game. You get hurt, but it's what it is. So, I don't, and I hear these announcers talk about it, and I notice that they say, something about the rule, I don't know if it's going to stick or not, or I don't know if they're going to. Well, they better hurry up and vote on it. I tell you, I think it sucks. If they didn't intend on keeping that freaking rule around, if they didn't plan on keeping that rule around and stuff, I don't believe it would have stuck this long. We're out of the virus. There's no reason to have that baby crap rule out there that, I think the game is fast enough. You just make a couple more changes and pitch clock. That'll keep the batters from doing that timeout thing because they won't have it 20 seconds or whatever they got on the clock to get ready. So that right there, when they put that, they ain't done that yet. That's in the AAA and AA and single A levels, but not in the major league ballparks yet. And so, like I said, that right there take care of that. But no, I don't mind. My wife will sit here. She'll watch it. And like I said, it takes the fun out of it. And it just ain't no good to have that happening in the game. It's really not that fun to sit there, after you've watched 9 innings of baseball. Man, now it's bad enough. I could tell you what I already don't like. It's been going on for the last 25 years or so. This baby and these pitchers. And they only going about 5 innings and barely 6. And they gripe about not getting enough spring training. Well, hell, you had 3 weeks. What more than goddamn do you need? Oh, my God. What does it take you? 2 or 3 years to get ready? Goodness gracious alive. Ain't that fucking hard to throw a baseball? Golly. I mean, my gosh. When somebody might say, well, you ain't out there doing it for a living. Well, no, but I would think that if I were, I certainly would hope that I'm not going to sit out there and let that manager come out and tell me what to do and tell me I should go on. I wouldn't play. Now, if I thought I needed to come out, I'd tell him, say, hey, I'm ready to come out. I remember John Smoltz and them used to do that. And a bunch of the people that are in the MLB Hall of Fame. And, Randy Johnson and a bunch of the other guys, a bunch of the big time people, if they wouldn't come out, that manager would walk out there and they'd tell him to turn his ass back around and go sit the fuck down. You wouldn't get these people. That's so hard to realize, that the old school, the last of the old school, they didn't let you come out there and take them out. I mean, when they did give in, and it was rare, but when they did give in, they finally just did it for sake of, keep peace. I mean, but if they came out there before the 9th inning, no. That's like, I'm staying in here. I remember one time in 1991 that Smoltz was pitching against Jack Morris as Braves and Twins. Of course, Smoltz on the Braves, Twins had Jack Morris. They went 10 innings. 10. I believe it was 10 innings without either one of those pitchers coming out. In today's baseball, trying to get a pitcher to go 10 innings is like asking for God to come down here and come back. Because they can't do it. Because they're two big babies. They don't train good enough. I know that's what a lot of the old timers, a lot of the ones, like I said, from just going back to the recent of what was left of the old school ways, ones that's gotten in there in recent years will tell you that's the problem. Because they may train hard, but they sure don't play. They don't train to play a game of baseball. They go out there and they think they're playing. They think they're playing softball or something. Instead of baseball, they think they're playing softball or little league ball. Even the girls don't play 9 innings. I don't think. I think it's 6, 7.
Yeah.
So that's about the length of. And like I said, that softball is what it is. But Little league ball, same thing. And I used to watch Darren play little league ball. He only did it for a short while until he got hit in the mouth. He was out there lollygagging around, and got hit on the mouth. One of them balls. Wasn't paying attention. Out there being a jackass. Well, he was out there goofing around. Wasn't paying attention. So he got his lip hit. He's lucky it wasn't his teeth. I don't know how the ball exactly came down and hit him because I couldn't see that good. I was sitting, in the stands. And he's all the way out there in the field. I can't remember if he played center field or right or left field. That was one of them. I don't remember which. But, point is, like I said, this whole thing with the MLB, maybe in these pictures, and like I said, I like the new DH rule for all teams because that does work. I like that. Nobody can't complain that the pitcher's taken up and out. And also add another player to play that wouldn't have normally gotten to play. On that day, they would have been sitting there hoping that somebody got hurt. So one extra player, one extra batter gets to play now. And instead of having a 25-man roster, you got a normal 26 one now. So they moved it up one because you have to, account for that one extra player. Well, right now, since there was a short spring training, they've moved it up to 28, but it'll eventually go back down to 26 here in the next month or so. They were giving them a couple of extra spots due to the shortening of spring training. But now they just been having some fun at my wife's expense here. This people calling her phone and that. I straightened it up. We tried to be nice, and I had to get a little rated R superstar on it. Because they wouldn't, and all I have to do is start getting a little out of their comfort zone, and I about know what buttons to push. So anyway, no, I'm just, yeah, you ain't going. The days of people come. The days of they keep saying this number's been given. Look, I can't help what y'all don't like. But when somebody tells you, hey, you got the wrong number, you need to listen. Quit being hard-headed and listen. But that's why I said there's never going to be another person who walks up this door. Not in the least. Because after what happened to us last year, I just can't see it happening again. I was lucky that happened. But I wished he didn't now when I look back at it now because it wasn't mine. It wasn't my wife's. It wasn't anything of ours. It didn't belong to us. He's just somebody trying to run a feller over. And I ain't going to sit back and let that happen. And don't pile up stuff that you don't want. If you already got enough entertain you, go to it. I think if you look back at it, I gave her a chance a couple of times, just walk out of here. I count a couple of times. I said, hey, there's the door. And like I said, the first time was when I first woke her up. I said, hey, You're just gonna sleep. If that's what you're gonna do, I'd prefer you just go on home. Um, the second time was after she misbehaved the first time. I thought everything was gone then, and lo and behold, my wife talked me into it a little bit, and I wasn't really keen on giving her a second chance. But I can understand why. At the time, I can understand. You don't get it every day. She hated to lose it, but it was best for everybody involved if things didn't work out with that person. And I just hope, and all I can hope for is that not just that one, but other people that's like her don't get around anybody and don't put themselves in somebody else's stuff if you got all this other stuff you'd rather be doing. Because if somebody legitimately came out here and wanted this offer or wanted anything to do with it, all they had to do was just say so. Just be yourself. That helps me out a lot easier. It helps my wife out a lot easier if you just know what you want. Just don't sit there and be fooling around and all this stuff. Like, I know these people watches these videos. There's probably a bunch of these women that's off these sites and probably got a YouTube. I know I've seen some on Instagram earlier. Said they had it, that they were a YouTuber. That's what they call it. So if there's anybody out here, if there's anybody on here, because I get them sometimes, not all the time, but I've gotten a couple. And I have to check it just a little bit. It's not like there's 20 or 30 every time I turn around, but every now and then, I'll see it pop up down here, give me a notification. Somebody's either doing something or sent a message or something. But most time it's nothing. And, so again, but no, if baseball and all that's going to keep that rule, that really doesn't make me, I would have to count off every time that happened. I'd have to say, well, this stat should be this, or this should be really that, because you didn't really earn it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who exactly thought of that rule but I could understand it for that real short season. And a lot of that time got wasted because they were arguing over money, which is what cost them, or was going to cost them this season. They were starting to cancel games out, and they were going to let, but they got it in just in the nick of time. And they were able to come to quit this griping over the money and get to playing their baseball. It's like you got to choose. Do you want money or do you want to play ball to earn your money? I mean, they make money so much out the ass. I wouldn't care what contract I got. If I went out there and played my best for however long the game lasts, and I did the best I could do, then I shouldn't have to worry about what I'm getting paid, because I know it's going to be good money. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to hand you $10 or $25. These are big contracts. These are big deals. And, baseball, as much as I like, I still can't get used to Freddie Freeman and them not being. Freddie's not been there in a couple of days, but it's kind of hard. He may have to come. Actually, I don't know unless they can send it to him. I'll have to give it to him. But he's got a championship ring that they're going to do the ceremony tomorrow. The ring portion. They did the trophies tonight. I guess he didn't get a trophy. But he will get a ring tomorrow. But yeah, it takes them that long, I guess, to make all them rings up, and because they have to have all that, I guess, detailed and what they're going to have. I don't know how they decide on what it's going to look like. I know the rings have changed. I looked at the '95 ring, compared it to what I saw, you know, this one, and there's definitely a lot of difference in it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. You know, I hate that for the fans. I don't know. I guarantee you. I guarantee if they haven't budged that rule, they're not going to budge it. That's going to be sad, but it's going to take away from the game a little bit. I mean, if a team kept scoring a run or 2 runs or whatever, you could keep that up going and going. But then, I mean, I can understand, like I said, you want excitement, you want the whole thing like that, but it just takes away from it. I like it the long way. I like it the way I grew up with watching. It just makes it better. And if it's that good, you'll sit there and watch it. Now, there are times where there'll be games where if it's a blowout, 15-0, 20-0, and your own team is losing that bad, yeah, you're probably not going to sit there and watch it. But if it's one of these 5-2, 5-3, couple runs down games, and you still got time to come back, and then all of a sudden they tie it up, and then they go for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 innings without scoring, and then they score 1 or 2. It keeps them going. It makes a good game, and it makes people are just as thrilled with that. They ain't worried about trying to. Anybody who buys a ticket to a baseball game, like I told my wife earlier, they used to have curfew a long time ago, and as long as the old Wrigley Field, named after a stick of bubble gum, Wrigley Field has not. They didn't have no. Well, they've not. They used to always have day games. Is what I meant to say. Up till about 1980 something. It may have been 80 or 81. I can't remember. It was in the 80s. But the first new features that park got was lights. I don't know why, but they waited till 1980 or 80 something to put lights in there. And but yeah, that was the only park that had day games only. And so yeah, that's amazing to know, or had found out. I'd heard that a long time ago and hadn't forgot. But yeah, they used to always have day games there. But it's getting where people are probably gonna, I mean, there ain't much you can do. I mean, there's not much you can do, but I find myself not really caring if it goes extra innings anymore. But I like some of the ideas. Now the umpires, I watched one of them replay things, and you hear the umpire kind of like the referee is in the football. You can hear them. They'll tell you what the deal is, and you can actually hear them say it. They got earpieces in there. Now, like I said, there's a lot of this stuff that's coming out that I like. It helps the game, but there's just that one rule bugs me. It's just a pain in the ass rule that they'll always have. I know they will. They won't get rid of it, but it'll be what it is. But I just have to put up with it, I guess. But I'd be, if I was going to a ball game, I'd say, "Yep, it's time for me to go." That'd be the popcorn fart innings. I'd be like, "Well, 10th inning, hurry up, let's go." It'd give me time to get out of my car or whatever I had, If I drove, I'd get out there and get in my car, and I'd be like, "Yep, I'll be able to get out on the road, beat all these other boneheads out there, no reason for me to stay. It ain't fun. It takes away from excitement, and everything. So, I'm just not having it. It's just, there's probably a lot of people like me feels the same way. I bet if you ask a lot of the old timers, that's it. And it's another way they baby these players. They're making them, instead of making them stronger and tougher, they're making them weaker. These little things where they're getting these little you know pictures. They're yeah. I get to trying to save on, but they only pitch every 4 or 5 days. Ain't like they're going out there tomorrow, straight up tomorrow, and hey, want to go out there and pitch another game. I can see that, but if you're called for duty, and your duty is to go out there and pitch the ball game, and you better get your butt ready. Get out there and get going. I just can't understand why somebody would want to be babied like that. Well, it's up to the manager. Yeah, but like I said, in not so long ago times when Smokes and all them big time players are out there, they didn't let the old manager come out there and talk them out. They actually came out there just to see if they wanted to come out most of the time, because they knew who it was. Now, if it's some rookie or something, they'd probably come out there, take them out, But, a veteran back then, if they were a veteran in the game, you didn't see that. A lot of times the manager would be coming out there just hoping that he could talk him out of coming out. One thing I'd be most interested if, and in baseball, lift this band of this, letting a woman play baseball, but no woman's ever dared to play. Just like Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, I think I don't know what to need. I mean, they got this boys and girls club bullshit. They don't do anything with it. They don't do it. What's the girls supposed to do if they show up at the girls part of the thing? Right? I mean, if you're gonna some knucklehead, well, they got softball for the girls. Well, why does Major League Baseball have a rule that says women can play in there, but yet nobody wants to play? Everything else, and I can just about name everything else. A woman wanted to do this, a woman wanted to do that. What is wrong with baseball? Hell, NASCAR had women in it, driving them goddamn cars around that fucking track. Ain't that dangerous enough for you? You know what I mean? My goodness. I mean, I think that'd scare me half to death. Trying to get one of them cars going over 200 miles an hour around them damn tracks and these people, I couldn't do that. But, baseball, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a lot safer than freaking, and everybody, oh, well, it might not look good. Well, somebody's got to do it. Lord, if I got one of these like Charlotte or off the wrestling, I bet they'd go out there. If they tried to bully one of them around, I guarantee you they'd pop them in the nose. They'd try to get a fight started with them. I could just see one of them going out there, getting them a good punch. Because, I don't see anything wrong with, if you're going to promote the Boys and Girls Club and you're going to give, because I remember these home run derbies and all that. Oh, we're raising this up for charity. What are you doing? I understand why the boys go, because it's always been about that. That's what. Oh, are you hot? But.
I wanted in my shirt.
Oh.
I just took a shower.
But no, That's one thing I don't understand. But and like I said, it wouldn't have to be an attractive woman, and just be a woman in general come in there and break that barrier. I think it would get a lot more respect. I mean, could you imagine all the things if a woman got out there and oh yeah, Derek, they ain't gonna have those aluminum bats, duh, and they're gonna have to play 9 innings. That's the thing. See, you can't baby them. I would probably, if it were me, if I was gonna try this experiment, which I probably, because I think I'm probably about the only one. I won't say I'm the only one, but probably damn near it. But they did for a long time. Back in the early 1900s, they did ban women from playing Major League Baseball, and in 1992 they lifted it. But you ain't even seen a woman coach or manager. You ain't seen that yet. I think one of the teams, if I ain't mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think I heard one of them was some kind of a assistant coach or something. Seemed like I saw on MLB Network, but they don't do enough. They don't encourage the women to come out and play. Would they like it? Well, like I said, you can take golf, you can take tennis, almost everything else. Basketball, I don't think I've heard of a woman playing in the guys thing because they got a woman's league for them. But almost everything else, even UFC, they started up a whole women's thing in 2011. So it's time. Like Vader's song said, "It's time. It's time. Get this movement going. See where it can go." And they don't have to be all women in there and all that. Oh, they're going to look a little weird. Well, I mean, we come to respect guys playing in Major League Baseball. Well, guys don't get to play softball. Well, no, but there'd be some intrigue behind it. Instead of beating them over the head with it, some woman came out there and showed she could throw it overhand. I know they could. I mean, they wouldn't be doing that softball thing, but if they were a pitcher, they'd have to throw it overhand like they're supposed to. I know they could do it, and like I said, it's like the experiment with the color barrier. You got to just find that right woman and then say, well, Drake, the pay and all. Well, there shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. And I wouldn't pay them probably right out. I wouldn't probably say, well, yeah, they should get millions and millions and millions of dollars. But I'd give her a cool couple million, something like that probably. Start her out, and let her get her feet wet and everything and see what she does. I mean, if she gets a base hit, she'll probably be able to do that first thing. Just imagine, boy, if it was a home run, the first hit from a woman, how the people would be everywhere. But I just thought about that. I've had in my mind, because I was just curious, because there's been a lot of talk of that, there's Women's Month or whatever they have when they have that. But so maybe in a few years, maybe baseball will get that took care of, and that'd be kind of cool to see a woman in home run derby, wouldn't it? Just to see what they could do. Like I said, yeah, I mean, the guys are going to be in there. They should be, if there's a woman out there, that they should be able to play. They shouldn't be worried about getting touched or hurt or nothing. It should be professional. It's not like we're going out there a bunch of freaking idiots out on the field just having fun with school kids or something. It's pro sports. Oh, well, they'd make sure that there's professionalism. And yeah, it wouldn't be cool to have fighting and stuff, that whole thing where, oh, I get hit with the ball and I'm gonna, that sort of thing. But now that wouldn't be too great. But I mean, just the idea that somebody give it a try. Even a couple of years ago, I remember probably more than a couple of years ago, probably about 8 or 10 years ago, it was a woman that tried out for football, be a punter, and she didn't make it. I don't remember which team it was now, but it's one of them NFL team tryout things or something. She's going to try to be a punter, but she didn't pass the test. But I don't see why some woman couldn't do this. I'd be pulling for them a little bit, even if I wouldn't care what team they played for. This is a barrier here. It needs to be broke. I mean, everybody else in all them other sports just about broke a barrier. I don't know if they have hockey though. Women in hockey, I don't believe they do. But they have everything else. And I even believe they have rodeos, I believe, with women on it, I believe. I know they do the men, but I'm not sure if they have if women does or not. I don't know if they, but like I said, these other things, it's not been done. But I think it would be something, it definitely would make news. It definitely do that. But, and I ain't saying to bring them up right away, give them the, the whole year. Do like you do Freddie and most of them, if you have to, bring them up as an experiment. Let them have the last 3 weeks of the season. Just get them a couple of bats in. See if they get a hit. See what you do. And I think it would be something sort of neat, just to kind of see it from that. Try one person out, see what you do, see if a woman can get it. What, Derek, can it be 2 or 3? Well, what are they afraid these guys afraid they're gonna get beat by one woman or something? Is that what the deal is? Good grief, come on. Why the Derek thing? Yeah, or is it, because I don't think it'd be that hard to hit a goddamn ball. Look, I mean, if these pitchers throw that ball at 100 miles an hour and anybody swings that bat and you hit that ball just right, that thing's going to go a pretty good distance. So I don't think they'll have that much trouble. What I worry about, like I said, is when somebody gets hit with the ball, that she'd be the only woman out there, and all the rest of them be guys. And that wouldn't be a great idea. But, if they really would want to try this experiment, they'd have to lighten the hell up on that stuff. But I just thought it'd be kind of neat. And I thought, well, I was making this video, so I'd go ahead and put some more stuff out here. But anyway, I'll probably go ahead and end this video for tonight. But anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.